congratulations on the win. Can you talk a little bit about the bad blood that you had with Makdessi in the run-up to this fight?
Honestly, it was just like we trained together 7 years ago, 2015 in TriStar. We were like training partners. Then he split the team. It can happen, you know, and he fight his own way. And we got matched 2019, 3 years ago. I had some visa issues. I had to pull out. Then I want to, you know, get the fight rescheduled. It didn't happen. Then we were supposed to fight in February. He got injured. Now this is the third time. In between that, we had a little bit of Twitter trash talk, you know, but it was nothing personal. Like, he didn't say something against my family, me either. We didn't cross the line. It was like just a little bit of trash talk to hype up the fight a little bit. Now we squashed the beef, you know, and everything is fine.
Because we saw you kind of get in each other's faces at the end of round one. Were you surprised with that? Was that, you know, with just heat of the moment?
Honestly, I just love this, you know. I love to fight. I love the sport. I love the promotion. And, you know, it's not like I want to act tough. I just enjoy this moment, you know. He want to compete with me. We wanna. It's just the fight, you know. It excites me so much, and it was a little bit of, yeah, you want to stay here? Let's continue, you know. And then we got back to the corners.
And you said, you know, it's been rescheduled so many times. Was it important for you to make sure that you got this fight to be able to close the chapter on this?
Of course, because if you get matched up with somebody 2 times, then it's kind of an open book. Now we close the book. We head to the next challenge, and also he had a lot of experience. You know, I think he's in the UFC for 10 years, something like this. He's a very experienced guy, very mature guy, awkward style. Like, not everybody's fighting like him. I want to, you know, show a little bit of my real skill set against him, and I'm happy and proud that I did today.
And you trained before in the past, but did that have any relevance tonight, or do you feel like it was too long ago?
Too long ago, to be honest. I cannot even remember the sparring we had. I just remember like it was a friend, like we were friendly after. It was nothing personal. And man, everybody deserves respect who enters the octagon today, because we sacrificed too much. Injuries, diet, too much. Nobody knows except the fighters, and every fighter deserves respect. And you know, I just can say good things about all the fighters, my opponents, because we make this big event happen today.
Of course, and you know, for you to get back in the win column as well after those 2 losses, how much does that mean to you tonight?
Honestly, it means a lot, but look who I faced, you know. I fought the number 8 guys with horrible circumstances. I fought a veteran like Bobby Green, also with bad circumstances. But the circumstances, they are not excuses. As soon as I enter the octagon, you know, it's my responsibility to be 100% ready, you know. I learned a lot through the last year. It was a very, very tough year. I lost my mother 1 year ago, my biggest loss in life, you know, and so much change, and I think it made me grow as a person, as a human being a lot. And we look forward to the future, because good stuff gonna happen, best stuff gonna happen, you know. This is life.
And with that in mind, what do you see in your future? What do you see next for you?
I went back to my roots with Rafael Codera. I went back to King's MMA. But of course, I have Firas Zahabi, my coach, my brother. He's like family to me. We work as a team together, you know. I have 2 legendary coaches, and my heart, and so my big brother Hijo. Like, nobody knows about him. Everybody sees him in the corner, and they are like, okay, it's his brother, but he's the biggest talent I've ever seen in my life. And hopefully you're gonna make also big noise soon, because this guy is just different level, and I'm excited for him also to show. And have 2 legendary coaches. I cannot embarrass them inside the octagon, you know. So I have a lot of pressure on me, and I'm just happy to have both of them and my big brother in my corner, and have an unbeatable corner and an unbeatable team, and just put in the work, stay healthy, stay positive, and the future is big.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Nasrat, right here you go. Congratulations on the win tonight. You mentioned his awkward style. Was there anything he did tonight that caught you off guard?
Honestly, not really. I expect everything except he did more pressure than in his previous fights. I kind of expected a little bit of pressure, because he hurt his last guy in the second minute, and he switched, you know, he went forward. Usually Makdessi is fighting on the back foot, distance, touch and go, you know. And if I would come prepared for a touch and go fighter, he would surprise me today. He did a little bit, but I expected this spinning back fist and everything. He was tough, he's experienced, very experienced. He survived, I knocked him down. I felt he's not out, so I let him survive. The double legs, I showed a little bit of my wrestling, and I'm satisfied, and yeah, just good.
You said it was nothing personal, the trash talk. It seemed like you had something to say to him at the face-offs yesterday as well. What was it that you said to him there?
I just told him, let's finish this, because it's just an open book. Oh, okay, I want to fight you. Hey, let's go, bullshit guy, this, that, too much, back and forth, 3 years. Now we close the book, and the next challenge is ahead, and let's go.
And speaking of that challenge, when would you like to return? Do you have any time frame in mind?
No time frame, to be honest. I'm not going to rush things. This is my 10th fight today. This is my 5th year in the UFC. I grew up in the UFC. I signed when I just moved 22 when I signed with the UFC. And I became, let's say, a man inside this octagon. Now I'm going to take it step by step, take every fight very carefully, healthy, especially healthy with good preparation like I had this time. And let's see.
Growing up in the UFC, like you said, is there benefits to that? Would you have preferred more time before you made your debut?
Good and bad, to be honest. Everything in life have good and bad. The good thing I can say, all the, let's say, bad experience I did in my early years. Imagine I'm 30, signed with UFC, I do the mistakes, what I did in my past in this octagon, then let's say I have a couple of years and then I need to retire, So I'm happy that I had all the, let's say, mistakes, setbacks, experience, circumstances early in my years, early in my career. Like Charles Oliveira, look at Charles Oliveira. He had eight losses in UFC, now he's a champion, looks like, let's say, unbeatable, And I think experience makes a big factor, and he still needs a lot of more experience, and I'm very excited for the future.
Congrats again.
Just one
Yeah,
question.
right here. At the end, you thanked the King of Morocco, and you chose to represent Morocco. So I know that you got a lot of Moroccan fans. So why did you make this choice?
I don't want to go too much into detail with this, I was not allowed to use the Afghanistan flag, and I was very proud and happy to represent the Moroccan flag because the country supported me in my sports career a lot. And we are brothers. Afghanistan, Morocco, we are brothers, we are all one. And I represent Afghanistan as my nation. You cannot change this, And I'm very happy that I made this war-torn country proud today. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, just one question from me. Glückwunsch, Nasrat.
Yeah.
You had a lot of support in the arena. How was your experience in Paris, France, first event in France, and how did you recognize the emotions coming from the ranks?
Honestly, after my 10th fight in the UFC, I don't pay too much attention to the crowd, Because if you pay too much attention to the crowd, sometimes you lose the focus and you get catch with something, whatever, I just try to focus on my opponent. Of course, it's a nice feeling. Everybody's cheering and this and that because this makes a sport, big. Let's say, without fans, there's no UFC. So I'm happy that the arena was packed today, and I loved everything about the fight in Paris.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you, guys. See you soon.